Hi guys, LC here, Lifetime Conservative and Christian. I have a book review for you today. The America We Deserve by Donald Trump. Now, he wrote this in 2000, so that's before 9/11, that's before the recession, and before Obama came into presidency. So it's really an amazing book, and it's something that I wish I had read before I voted for him. If I'd read it, I would have been a lot more supportive than I was. Now, in this, he goes over his plans, basically how to make America great again. I'm going to get to the contents here. He talks about the schools, safety, foreign policy, terrorism, the economy, Social Security, healthcare, politics, volunteering, and whether or not he should run. He says that he will run when he thinks that he will be able to win. At this time, he was going to run for the Reform Party, but of course that didn't work out, and I think that was for the best. He does have some changes in his stances in this book from what he has right now. For instance, he was for an assault rifle ban, but of course he's come to his senses after that. Now, he also was more of a proponent of abortion than what you'd think. However, when he talked to some doctors and learned about how partial birth abortion is done, he became an opponent. He also wanted a universal health care system. Now, I don't know if he's still really pushing for that, but he did get rid of the mandate, so that's a huge step forward. He talks about how we can pay off our debt in here. He basically wants to have a 15% tax on one-time tax, gross, of every person who has $10 million or more in the bank. And what that really is, it's an enforced loan from those people rather than an enforced robbery of what we have now. It would pay off the debt, which means we don't have to pay interest, which saves us tons and tons and tons of money. They would make the money back later because of how much the economy would grow. He also, of course, talks about getting rid of corruption in politics and draining the swamp. And I'm sorry, but if you read this book and you still don't agree with Trump, then I don't think there's any hope for you. You're a dyed-in-the-wool leftist, socialist, communist, whatever you want to call it. But I dare you to read this book and think that he is not a good president who is working from a common sense ground. He's not a conservative in the traditional ideological way, but he's a conservative because conservative policies work. And he knows it, and we're starting to see that they do work, as we always knew they did. That's why we're conservatives. But especially with the way our economy is growing, unemployment is down, employment of African Americans and Hispanics is up, and the tax income that the government receives is up as well. Amazing. So get this book. It's hilarious in his own way. I mean, we all know Trump's humor. It's well written, it moves quickly, and it's 280 some pages if you go all the way back to the acknowledgments. It really gives you a good picture of the man we elected, and it should really give you more faith in him. He knows what he's doing. He might have some problems with some of his advisors, but overall, this is a good guy, and he's making great strides as president. He's not even really been in there for a quarter of his term, and already he's gaining ground. So get this book. Read it. Read all his books. All right, MAGA.